we say?
Well, you say hello. Welcome to the first episode of Diners and Dragons. I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Lucy. This is going to be the dorkiest cooking show around. Today, we are going to be, well, in general, we're going to be making dorky recipes.
Dorky recipes. We're going to be using a Feast of Ice and Fire.
Yes, today we will be focusing on a recipe from the Game of Thrones cookbook. We are going to be making the cheese and onion pie, and it is going to be delicious. It's from Kings Landing, yeah?
Kings Landing. That's why this episode is called Hot Pie. Poor, sweet, stupid hot pie.
Aww.
Being dragged along. While Lucy makes the authentic medieval pastry dough.
Yes.
I will be...
He's going to be making a Frey shirt.
Because, well, the Freys are dastardly fellows. I occasionally find certain things to appreciate about
Well,
it.
you are a dastardly fellow. We're going to start making the recipe now.
Okay.
So in here already I've got a half cup of butter, which I softened in the microwave. And now I'm going to add 3 cups of flour.
And Michael will be adding 2 yolks, lightly whisked. Slightly beaten, yes. No slightly
Whoa,
beaten.
whoa, 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 whoa!
What?
I did not say to go ahead and add that! You are not reading the He doesn't read. He doesn't read anything.
I broke the pastry dough.
He ruined it. This entire cooking show is ruined.
Just like Robert and Cersei. It's astonishing the similarities.
If you were going to live anywhere, where would you live?
If I was going to live anywhere in Westeros...
In Westeros, in Essos, in the Game of Thrones universe.
Well, Braavos then. But that's just...
Really, of all the places, you would live in Braavos.
Seems like the least place you're likely to get killed for no reason.
You think so?
I
I feel like you're gonna die, like, real fast if you have any kind of weapon in Braavos.
It seems that if you know the rules... Honestly, I think I've told you this. If I found myself in the Game of Thrones universe, I'd probably just take the black.
Fair enough. I'd want to live in Dorne, because it's hot, and the food is spicy.
This is true.
And everyone rides horses.
Who doesn't? What? I mean, they ride horses everywhere, except on the islands.
I guess so. I guess that's true. Oh, looks good.
It's coming along.
I like it.
How's it coming with the medieval pastry dough?
It's good. It's in a ball. And now I'm going to commence the rolling out process.
Can I take a bite of it like an apple?
No.
It looks kind of like a Goomba.
Yeah, I guess that's what... Is that what a tip you give the audience at home?
Yes. Make sure that your pie crust looks like the Goombas from Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
All right. So now we shall move it into our pie tin. Yay!
Isn't that pretty looking?
Beautiful.
So what are we doing next?
So next, we are preparing the filling. So we should chop up 3 to 4 medium onions. So I'm using Vidalia onions. 1, because they're from Georgia and they're the best. And 2, because other onions make me cry. So.
And I've completed my House Frey shirt, although it appears backwards. House Frey's words are, of course, not revealed yet. And now I can actually get back to helping my sweet Lucy cook the actual meal.
My bowl of onions, I'm adding some thyme and some basil, which I will quickly chop, and some sage.
While Lucy's doing that, I am grating a cup of creamy cheese.
We are using provolone, and the recipe says to parboil the onions and herbs, but we don't follow rules. We're a bunch of Baratheons and stuff. Instead, I am going to just saute these because that sounds tastier to me.
And when did frying onions ever cause any problems?
Seriously. This is actually about a third of what I do at work. Just sauteing onions and herbs. So I should be pretty good at it by this point. So you're cracking...
Cracking 8 eggs.
8 eggs.
That we will then beat. And there's a huge shell.
Shell all over the place, my love.
Well, I'm... We have a bowl of fried onions that we decided to fry instead of boil. We've got an entire cup of grated cheese. We have a quarter cup of golden raisins, which are going to be our stand-in for currants. And we have a tablespoon of unsalted butter. Okay, now Lucy, what do we do with all these fine ingredients?
We add them to the egg mixture.
I'm going to throw in the creamy cheese. Apparently,
Mixing them together.
we have the big gigantic bowl of onion. That's teamwork right there. Nice and easy. That is a lot of onions.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
You're right.
Mixing time. This is so much filling. This is not all going to fit. So there's too much filling in here, so I'm not going to be able to fit it all. So I'm just going to pour in what will fit. That's probably about as much as we want to put in.
What's that?
So we're going to go ahead and throw this guy in. So in you go, onion, cheese pie. We will see you in 45 minutes.
Okay, so it's 45 minutes later. We have finished our hot pie.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Apparently it is beautiful. It does look pretty fancy, actually.
Looks delicious.
It smells fantastic as well.
All right, let's give this a tasty taste.
Not bad.
That's not bad, actually.
A bit of salt, I think.
I probably could have done with a bit of salt. It's very oniony. It's like nice and sweet from the onions, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good, but you really do have to layer on the salt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so changes that we made to this recipe that I would make. Use 2 onions instead of 3.
Put in more savory seasoning.
Yes,
Like
add some salt. I might add a little bit of garlic too. I think that would be nice. Probably don't use 8 eggs. Probably use 6.
And I would put in some hot red pepper or something.
Yes.
Yeah, something to give it a little zing. Because it's very good. It's very filling. It's just a tiniest bit bland right now.
Anywho, thank you very much for joining us while we cook our hot pie. We will be back at some point in the future. Hopefully next week, though. You never know. What? Hi, welcome to my house.
Hello, may I have some bread and salt, please?
Why, certainly. What? You're crazy.
Hot pie!
Fix it.
We'll fix it in post.
Fix it first.
When you said never know, do you mean that we're going to break up between now and next week?